Good morning, sir. Myself Saurabh Maiti, and I'm presenting my video presentation on heuristic and bias model. My topic name is loss aversion. And next page, hmm, loss aversion. What is loss aversion? Loss aversion is behavioral economics refers to a phenomenon where a real or potential loss is perceived by individual as physiologically or emotionally more severe than an equivalent gain. For instance, the physiological effects of experiencing a loss of even facing the possibility of a loss might even induce risk-taking behavior that could make realized losses even more likely or more severe. It takes loss aversion is the observation that human beings experience losses more severely than equivalence gains. This and next, this overwhelming fear or of loss can cause investors to behave and make bad decisions, such as holding onto a stock for too long or too little time. And next is investors can avoid physiological and traps by adopting a strategy. The next slide is understanding loss aversion. Understanding loss aversion. Nobody likes to lose, especially when it could result in losing money. The fear of realizing and a loss can cripple and investors promoting him or her to hold onto a losing investment long after it should have been sold or to upload winning stocks too soon. A bias known as the disposition effect, because losses lead to more extreme emotional response than gains. Behavioral economics claim that humans were for loss aversion one of many bias identified by some physiological studies suggest that the pain of losing is physiologically about twice as powerful as the joy we experience when winning. However, several studies also call into questions the practical effect of or even the even of loss aversion. This loss aversion is so strong that it can lead to negativity bias. In such causes, investors put more weight on bad news than on good news, causing them to miss out on bull markets for fear that they will reverse course and panic when markets sell off. And the next is minimizing loss aversion. One way of avoiding physiological traps is to follow a strategic assets allocation strategy rather than trying to perfectly time market sentiment and abide by the old ages of letting your winners run. Investors are advised to rebalance portfolios periodically according to a rules-based methodology. Formula investing is another form of strategic investment. For example, constant ratio plans keep the aggressive and conservative portion of a portfolio set at a fixed ratio to maintain the target weights typically of stocks and bonds. The portfolio is rebalanced by selling, which is pro-cyclical. There are many tired and tested principles for assets allocation and fund management, such as learning to build portfolios and using buy and hold strategic. Another systematic way of investing is employing smart beta strategies, such as equal weight portfolios to avoid market that creep into index investing due to the reliance on market capitalization. And the and factor investing can also be used to such market risk factor. And the next is selling winners and holding losers. Many investors don't loss as being such until it is realized. Therefore, to avoid experiencing the pain of a real loss, they will continue to hold on to onto an investment even as their losses from increase. This is because they can avoid physiologically or emotionally facing the fact of their loss as long as they have not yet closed out the thread in their subconscious, if not their conscious thinking. Well, how do you guard against the loss aversion bias? One practical step to is to always use firm stop loss orders to minimize your potential loss in any trade. That kind of pre-commitment to always limiting your risks help to mitigate the tendency to fall into a loss aversion trap. Next is, for example, if somebody give us rupees 300 bottle of wine, we may again a small amount of happiness, utility. However, if we wanted 300 bottles of wine and it got dropped, we would be more unhappy. And the loss aversion and prospect theory, mm, positive value, we feel the gain of rupees 100 less outcome gains, and then the losses, we feel the loss of rupees 100 more negative value reference point. And the next slide is example of loss aversion. Below is a list of loss aversion example that investors obtain. The point one is investing in low return guaranteed investments over more promising investment that carry higher risks. And second, not selling a stock that you hold when your current rational analysis of the stock clearly indicates that it should be as an investment. And next is selling a stock that has gone up slightly in price just to realize a gain of any amount when you analyzed indicates that the stock should be held longer for a much larger profit. Telling on oneself that an investment is not a loss until it is realized when the investment is sold. And the next is rational strategies for avoiding losses. The one is hedge an existing investment by making a second investment that's inversely correlated to the first investment. Second is investment in insurance products that have a guaranteed rate of return. And third is investment in government bonds. And fourth is purchase investment with relatively low price volatility. And invest in companies that have an extremely stronger balance sheet and cash flow generation. In other words, perform due diligence and only make investment that's rational analyze indicate have genuine potential to significantly increase in value. And the next is some upside to lose physiology. Now, here is a behavior finance provides scientific insights into our cognitive, cognitive reasoning and investment decision at a collective level. It help us understand why bubbles and market panic might occur. Investors need to understand behavioral finance not only to be able to capitalize on stocks and bond market, but also to be more aware of their own decision making process. To break free from their fear of financial losses and overcome cognitive bias, they learn to handle negative experience and avoid making emotionally based. The next is reasons reason for loss aversion. Attachment to object decision. One, if we own something, we can develop an attachment relationship. If a family member gave us a statue or is rupees 100, we might feel bad about selling, even if someone offer us rupees 200. However, if we saw the exact same statue in the shop, and two, we don't like losing because it feels like bad luck, carelessness. And three, if we lose, it may appear we are weak, and it has a reputational cost. For example, if we invest in a project but then give up because a marginal cost is greater than marginal benefit, we may not to be give another project, and therefore it may be in our rational interest to preserve and put a gloss on the new project rather than admit we are wrong. Thank you, sir.